We are starting our days off, continuing our days with more purpose, passion, and meaning. And today we're going to go deep. We're going to peel away the onions. Okay, so the question for today is are you willing to do an honest inventory and assess where you are at right now, if it's not where you want to be, or if you feel that you should be a little bit further along? So when you first start doing this, here's the first layer of this onion. When somebody asks you this and you say, hey, where do you think you're gonna be? Oh, I'm 30 years old or 40 years old. I thought I'd be here, I thought I'd be there. Well, why aren't you? Here's number one thing that our brains are gonna do. We're gonna start blame. Well, I had this happen, and well, my wife let me, and well, I started getting migraines, and we're just gonna start blaming. I'm not saying that the blame, that those things didn't happen. I'm not saying like my wife did leave me. Do you know what I mean? My current wife does get migraines. Okay. You might have been rear-ended. There's all kinds of things, but that if you start playing that blame game, okay, you're going to be right where you're at. And that's reason number one, why you may not be where you're at. Okay. So for example, with the wife leaving, it's not, hey, she left, so I lost every blah, blah, blah. It's what did I do to encourage her to lead? That is full ownership. And some of you might be like, well, dude, what can I do if I get migraines? I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Absolutely. Accept the things you cannot change the things you can, have the wisdom to know the difference. If you can't own any part of that, then bringing it up is only putting the brakes on you going forward. Okay, so let me repeat that. If you can't do anything about it, bringing it up is only going to put the brakes on and keep you right where you're at. Number two, do you remember when you were in grade school how Bob or Billy or whoever would say, well, hey, so-and-so thinks this about you too. And then what would you do? You would go and you would find 5 people that disagree with so-and-so, or better yet, even deeper into the drama, you probably went to so-and-so when the first person wasn't around and said, hey, do you really say this? And then they were like, no. And then you felt all better about yourself, and it was all butterflies because all these people were self-validating you. Self-validation is the second way that we put the brakes on and why we may not be where we're at. Self-validation is a drug. It only makes you feel good in the moment, and it has purely no growth drive whatsoever. Okay, so the blame, the self-validation. Third thing that we own, that we control, is our attitude. Okay, so our attitude determines our altitude 1,000%. So those are 2 ways that you can put the brakes on where you want to go, and then use your attitude to hit that nitrous and get there a lot quicker. I believe in each and every one of you. Don't play the blame game. Again, we all do it. I do it. Okay, just be aware when you see yourself doing it, shut it off, cut it off at the knees, and then the seeking validation. Those are breaks that just need to go. Thanks for tuning in.